Not giving a F*C sake a superpower we all have limited fucks to give, that's a fact. You can't care about everything, you can't please everyone. Trying to do so leads to exhaustion, frustration, and a nagging feeling of emptiness. So what's the alternative? Choosing your fucks wisely. This is the essence of not giving a fuck. A strategic allocation of your limited emotional energy. Now, this doesn't mean becoming a cold, heartless robot. It's about recognizing that life is full of trivial annoyances, societal pressures, and things beyond our control. We waste precious energy stressing over things that don't truly matter in the grand scheme of things. Imagine the freedom of letting go of that unnecessary baggage. Think about it. We've all encountered that person who seems unfazed by the little things. They don't sweat the small stuff. They're not immune to challenges, but they choose their battles wisely. They focus their energy on what truly matters to them. Choosing your battles, what really matters. Let's face it, we're bombarded with messages telling us what to care about. Be thinner, richer, more popular, more productive. The list goes on. It's overwhelming. But what if we paused and asked ourselves, does this actually matter to me? What if we started questioning the values imposed upon us? This is where the subtle art of not giving a fuck becomes a powerful tool for self-discovery. It encourages you to define your own values, set your own goals, and live life on your own terms. It's about understanding that your worth isn't determined by external validation, but by the values you live by. Consider your career, your relationships, your passions. What truly motivates you? What are you willing to fight for, to invest your energy in? Once you identify these core values, you can start filtering out the noise. You can start saying no to the things that don't align with your priorities. Work-life balance. Does it really exist? The elusive work-life balance. We've all heard of it. Many of us strive for it, but does it truly exist? The truth is, balancing work and life isn't about perfectly dividing your time or achieving some mythical state of equilibrium. It's about prioritizing what matters most to you and making conscious choices that align with those priorities. The first step is defining what balance means to you. It's about understanding your own needs, values, and aspirations. For some, it might mean prioritizing family time above all else. For others, it might involve pursuing a demanding career while making time for hobbies and passions. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. Once you have a clear understanding of your personal definition of balance, you can start making choices that reflect those priorities. It might mean setting boundaries at work, delegating tasks, or learning to say no to commitments that drain your energy. Relationships and the art of letting go. Relationships are complex, messy, and often a breeding ground for unnecessary fucks. We invest so much of ourselves in others, often expecting the same in return. This can lead to disappointment, resentment, and a whole lot of emotional turmoil. So how can we navigate the intricate world of relationships without losing our minds? First, it's crucial to recognize that we can't control other people. We can't force someone to love us, respect us, or treat us the way we want to be treated. Trying to do so is a recipe for frustration and heartache. Accepting this fundamental truth is liberating. Second, we need to let go of the need to be right all the time. Relationships thrive on compromise, understanding, and a willingness to see things from different perspectives. Clinging to our own righteousness can create unnecessary conflict and distance. Sometimes, choosing the relationship over being right is the wiser, more loving choice. In today's digital age, our attention is a precious commodity. Social media platforms are designed to keep us scrolling, liking, and comparing ourselves to others. This constant barrage of curated lives and manufactured perfection can leave us feeling inadequate, anxious, and disconnected from what truly matters. Taking a break from social media, even for a short period, can be incredibly liberating. It allows us to step back from the noise and reconnect with ourselves. It gives us the space to reflect on our own values, priorities, and aspirations without the constant influence of external validation. During your social media detox, focus on activities that bring you joy and nourish your soul. Spend time in nature, read a book, learn a new skill, or simply enjoy the company of loved ones without the distraction of notifications. You might be surprised by how much more present, focused, and content you feel when you're not constantly tethered to your devices. Fear, doubt, and insecurity are part of the human experience. We all have them. But what if, instead of letting these emotions paralyze us, we embrace them as opportunities for growth? What if we dared to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the unknown? Vulnerability is often perceived as weakness, but it's actually a sign of courage. It takes guts to show up authentically, to let down your guard, and to risk getting hurt. But it's in those moments of vulnerability that we experience true connection, intimacy, and growth. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. Think about a time when you took a leap of faith, when you put yourself out there despite your fears. Perhaps you started a new hobby, asked someone out on a date, or shared a personal story with a trusted friend. The joy of missing out, saying no to the unimportant. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness, productivity, and the pursuit of more. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us to do more, be more, and experience it all. But this relentless pursuit of having it all can leave us feeling overwhelmed, depleted, and disconnected from what truly matters. Saying no can be difficult, especially in a society that values productivity and achievement. But it's an essential skill for protecting your time, energy, and sanity. When you say no to something, you're essentially saying yes to something else. Something that aligns with your values, priorities, and goals. Think about the last time you said yes to something you didn't really want to do. Perhaps it was an obligation, a favor, or an invitation to an event you knew you wouldn't enjoy. Materialism versus minimalism, finding freedom in less. Our society is obsessed with material possessions. We're constantly bombarded with advertising messages telling us that we need the latest gadgets, the trendiest clothes, the biggest houses. But the truth is, true happiness and fulfillment don't come from material possessions. In fact, they can often weigh us down, both literally and figuratively. Minimalism, on the other hand, is about living with less. It's about simplifying your life by focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the rest. It's about finding freedom from the clutter, both physical and mental, that prevents us from living our best lives. Think about your own life. Mastering your mind, the power of perspective. Our thoughts have incredible power. They can shape our emotions, influence our actions, and ultimately determine the course of our lives. But here's the catch. Not all our thoughts are true, helpful, or even our own. We're constantly bombarded with messages from the outside world, from the media, from our families, from society at large, that shape our perceptions and influence our beliefs. The first step to mastering your mind is becoming aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself, the assumptions you make, and the beliefs you hold. Are they serving you? Are they based on reality? Or are they simply echoes of past experiences or societal conditioning? Once you're aware of your thoughts, you can start to challenge them. Don't believe everything you think. Just because you have a thought doesn't make it true. Question your thoughts, examine the evidence, and be willing to consider alternative perspectives. You might be surprised by what you discover. The subtle art, it's about living intentionally. So what's the point of all this? Why bother with the subtle art of not giving a fuck? It's not about becoming apathetic, indifferent, or emotionally numb. It's about reclaiming your power, your freedom, and your attention. It's about living a life that is true to yourself. A life filled with meaning, purpose, and joy. It's about choosing your battles wisely, investing your energy in what truly matters, and letting go of the rest. It's about embracing vulnerability, facing your fears, and living life on your own terms. It's about cultivating a healthy relationship with your thoughts, mastering your mind, and choosing happiness over fleeting moments of